There are a lot of talks out there. Some are rumors, some are just simply people trying to be silly, while some are really asking the questions. But whatever it is, 10 questions the claiming and the Kanu must answer to prove that he was at his parents' burial, which I do not believe that he has to prove anything to anyone. He is a man that has stood up for people without a voice. Is someone that has kept on to preach the message that he has been sent. He would have stayed over there in the United Kingdom. He has citizenship. His children are already in the system over there. He said once, and I heard in one of his live broadcasts, he said, I could have stayed over in the United Kingdom. Some people do not have the means, like how my parent had to send me right there to the United Kingdom to study. And I was able to have my life programmed and arranged for my own good over there. But I had to give up all of this to return so that the voiceless can have a voice, so that the people that have become, they've embraced their oppressors, so that they can wake up from their slumber. Like I do say, every messenger has his own message. The burial ceremony of His Royal Majesty Eze Sir Israel O Kanu the Egu Uku of F00T Autonomous Community and his late wife Lolo Ugo Eze Sally Kanu have peacefully come and gone, contrary to popular speculation that it might lead to bloodbath, owing to the fact that the security agents and the indigenous people of Biafra, popularly known as IPOB, were exchanging threats on how the burial will go. You know the reply of Okon, the CP of Abia State, where Nnamdi Kanu hails from. The talk back and forth was, if any blood is shed on the burial, the children of this CP or any sympathizer or anybody that is involved in this, we will make sure the blood of their children is shed too. We will make sure that we deal with their children. And afterwards, there are tweets out there, some say it's a lie, some say it's not true, of Nnamdi Kanu retracting this and said children should not be part of this. Some say this is a good move from a leader, while some say no, he should continue saying it. But I believe that if he had said so, he's a wise man and he knows what he's doing. No man in this world is the entirety of wisdom. We learn. And he must have listened to some people out there that must have advised him and told him, this is what you should do. Let's play it like this, just like a chess game. Now, the burial went on, and from all indications and from what Nnamdi Kanu said, he said his father and his mom passed on, and they passed on concurrently. Very, very, it was so close to each other. They said that this was as a result of the shock they took when the military, under the control of Buhari, Major General Muhammad Buhari, retired, the president of Nigeria, commanded his military dogs to invade the palace of Nnamdi Kanu's parents, and this led to shock, and they couldn't recover from this, and they passed on. Now, before the burial ceremony, there were rumors that the first son of the late Royal Majesty, the chief monarch and the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, is in town for the burial. That was why many of the members of the indigenous people of Biafra started trooping down to F00T, Umuahia, Abia State, to see their leader at the burial ceremony of his parent. But alas, they claimed that there was no sign of him at the burial, while some say there are signs of him at the burial and the Thanksgiving service on Sunday. Let's assume he wasn't there anyway. Suddenly, news began to filter in that he said he was live at the burial ceremony, insisting that there was no way he could be absent from his parents' burial, being the first son and the prince of F00T. He even claimed that it was not the first time he has entered Nigeria since he fled when the military stormed his house at F00T. Now, these are the speculations and stories out there. They said he went further to claim that the security agents who are supposed to arrest him was helping him out with his luggage. Finally, he asserted that there is no security in Nigeria. Now, like I said, these are the speculations out there. If Nnamdi Kanu claims will be worth it, what they are throwing out there, that if he was bodily present at his parents' burial as the first son as the chief mourner and the prince. Questions some groups of people are throwing out there. 10 questions they claim that he should answer. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to answer the questions. But I decided to bring this out so that Biafrans, concerned people unfortunately living in that contraption called Nigeria, can review all these questions. And then we can actually see the mindset of some groups of people out there, if they necessarily need freedom, or they should be left in their condition of blindness, or are they suffering from a much chronic problem. 1, how did he beat the immigration protocol and immigration officers at the borders and at the airports? That's the first question thrown out there. 2, how did he pass all the security agents and roadblocks on the road and was able to get into his father's compound unnoticed? 3, how did he beat the media, the cameras, both videos, photos, and all of that? And how is it possible that none of them were able to capture him? Anyway, for the question number 3, there is a picture that has gone viral, and that is of Nnamdi Kanu actually taking off the soil in honor of his parents, burying them. Some say it's Photoshop, whatever it is. 4, how was he able to silence the mouth of those that saw him in Nigeria, in Biafra land, that none of them could leak the news? With all of this youthful exuberance of his followers, none of them could leak the news. That is what this person is throwing out there. Another question, 5, as a first son, the chief mourner and the prince is the proverbial golden fish. He has no hiding place in Igbo culture. He must come out to greet his kinsmen if he's around. He is the one to present kola nut and drinks to them if truly he was around. How did he do it and no one saw him? Question 6. The first son must be among the people to bring back the corpse from the mortuary. He is the one to identify the corpse of his father and his mom at the mortuary and must be in the convoy or motorcade conveying the corpse home. If truly he was present, how did he do it and no one saw him? I think this question should be thrown back to this questionnaire. The person asking this question, the person should be able to answer this anyway. 7, the first son and the prince must say something during the burial of his father. The funeral oration is usually done by the first son. The prince, if truly he is around, why didn't Nnamdi Kanu do it? That is what they are throwing out there. And does it really matter if he had to do any oration? I believe that in life, you have to be smart and you have to know how to go about doing things. 8, the mourner's canopy known as Mpupu in Igbo culture. The prince, who is still the first son, must be there to receive sympathizers, guests, friends, and family. There is no way the prince would be missing at that canopy if truly is around, as the culture changed. 9, at the gravesite. The prince, who doubles as the chief mourner and first son, must be there to pay the last respect to his father. He is to put a portion of the sand to the grave and bid his parents goodbye. It is children that are supposed to bury parents, not the other way around. So Nnamdi Kanu is supposed to come out to play his final role to his parents if truly he was around. That is the question that someone decided to raise. Was this person raising this question in a way to let us know that Nnamdi actually came there? Or are these questions being raised just from some Hausa Fulanis out there? Or who is on this game? Whatever that means, it shows the thoughts of a lot of people. It shows that many people do not want to embrace freedom. And finally, 10, as the chief mourner, the first son and the prince, it can't be on ground and another person will be delegated to give vote of thanks to sympathizers, guests, friends, and family at the burial ceremony. So, what really happened? That is the question that is being raised. And I see these as stupid questions. These are foolish questions. That is just what I see it. These are foolish questions. All of these questions are invalid. That is just what it is. Until this person asking this question can tell us how Nnamdi Kanu was able to disappear from an expired contraption called Nigeria and how he appeared in Israel. That is it. Without the same Nigerian government or press or security having a wind of him. And that is the answer to all of this question. But maybe you might have a different answer to this question. Drop it at the comment section below. And while you're at that, if you are not a member of this channel, we can grow it together by you tapping on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. It will definitely alert you whenever videos are uploaded. And if you're already a member of this channel, I say a very big thank you for the support.